In this video, we're going to take a look at Windows Authentication, how to set it up, and just some basics about it. When we use Windows Authentication, we're using basically a trusted relationship kind of a situation where ASP.NET relies on the Windows OS. And ASP.NET's attitude becomes, if this person's made it past the Windows operating system authentication, then they're okay with me. And the way we set this up is ASP.NET is going to allow IIS to handle the actual authentication. So this is going to take us back to some of those issues we were looking at on the IIS side. Now there's a 4-step setup here. Number one is to configure IIS. Now by configuring IIS, I mean to choose what kind of authentication method we want IIS to carry out. And if you remember, that's either basic authentication, digest authentication, or integrated Windows security. Now, if you don't have control over the browsers and how they're configured, you're probably going to go with something like basic authentication with secure socket layer encryption or something similar to that to make sure that information that's passed back and forth between the client and the server is going to be encrypted and protected. So once we've chosen how IIS is going to handle this, because we're going to hand it off to, we're going to hand the authentication off to it, then we're going to go in our web config file, and we're going to tell it on authentication to use Windows. So we're going to go to that configuration file out there, and we're going to set the authentication mode to Windows. And then we're going to set up authorization out there. This is where we're going to list our users or our roles. And we're going to determine who's allowed in and who's not allowed in, or who's denied access. After that, IIS will request the login info from the user. It will check this user in the Windows operating system, in Active Directory or so forth, and then it will determine whether this person comes in. And ASP.NET pretty much just kind of stands back and abides by whatever this particular setup allows. Now, let me promise you, if you get a bunch of ASP.NET people or web people in a room and ask them what's the best authentication to use, you're going to have basically a fight start, because different people like different aspects, like different things about this. Some have had security issues with one or the other. Some have been extremely secure with one or the other, and they feel pretty strongly about these. There's not a cut and dry, this is the best way to do it. You'll have to experiment. You'll have to take into consideration the various aspects and nuances of your particular web application environment and decide which one's going to be best for you. So take a look at all of these. Educate yourself a little further on these. Choose the one you like and test. And I can't say that strongly enough. Test, test, test. Make sure that you can't get around this. Make sure that you haven't inadvertently granted access to people that you never intended. And again, use those log files. Always run log files on your web server and go check those things. See who's coming in, see where they're going, see what they're running. And that's one of the best things that you can do. Now, up next in the following video, we're going to take a look at passport authentication. And this is pretty interesting, so I'll see you there.